Hey Sagittarius, how are you? And happy birthday. I hope you have a splendid month ahead. So welcome to your reading. This is your mid-November 2022 predictions. Let's see what's going on for you. This is, of course, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. By the way, I always encourage you to watch the three signs. You really see that together you'll be able to get a full picture of what's going on for you during the month. You'll find that you get some information maybe in your sun sign and you wanted more about it. Then you find more about it maybe in your moon or your rising. Yeah, overall you just get a good idea. Each one has to do with a specific area of your life, and for this reason, if you don't have time to watch the three, I do encourage you to at least watch your rising along your sun, because you'll find that with your rising, it is the sign that will resonate with you the most because it deals with your outside world. By the way, I always leave a timestamp down in the description box. You can always click on it and not watch the preparation process if you don't want to in every reading that I do. And a final thing that I want to mention as well, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, because you guys always ask me about them, you'll find that I leave their names down in the description box and I list them in the order in which they appear. All right, my dear Sagittarius, I can already see a month coming up for you. We want to check that out. Let's see what's going on for you mid-November. So, wow, Ace of Swords looks like you are starting something at exactly that time. Mid-November, 15th maybe, 16th, 14th, sometime around that time, you're starting something significant. You have, the Six of Cups. I see the Six of Cups, a merge of something creative, but also very intelligent or maybe intellectual at the same time. That's for a lot of you. You're starting something, maybe you're presenting something intellectual in an entertaining way, something like that. You have the Fool card, again signifying that by mid-November, my dear Sagittarius, you are starting something absolutely new. I see so many things in that Fool card. We see this woman looking in her bag and looking for something. She knows, or they know, that there's something in their bag that can help them out in that specific situation. Maybe they're looking for the key to their house, and so this signifies that you are going to present a marvelous solution, a key solution to something. So obviously you are presenting something of great value to people or to your company or maybe to your children. We'll see. You're doing something great by mid-November. It does not necessarily mean work, but for a lot of you it could be. But it's a great solution. You have the Ace of Cups. I mean, the amount of cards that could tell us, it could emphasize that you're starting something new, could not be any clearer. All right, you have the Eight of Wands. I see you ready, all packed, and you're moving forward with something. You have the Emperor card. Wow, loving your reading this month, Sagittarius. All of your readings, really, the last couple of months were magnificent. You have the Chariot card. I mean, do you believe me now? You're just about to ride and start something, to move forward with something. And you have the Devil card, and that's the Before Tarot. Let me cover up the nudity. YouTube does not allow this any longer. Right, there we go. Let's take a look at your Oracle cards quickly. You have Balance. Lovely. You have Bad Health. Don't worry, Sagittarius. All right, so something needs to be checked here. And you have Saturn in Scorpio with Inheritance. Yeah, with Bad Health and the Devil card, something needs your attention for sure. Especially in beginnings, we're very hopeful. Six of Cups shows a lot of innocence. Like, you're very hopeful about this future. And although you're absolutely right, and in fact, things are going to go quick and they are going to go in your favor. And very soon you'll find yourself in charge of something new, being put in a great position with something that you really wanted. Although this is wonderful, it's in balance, things are going well, your reading does talk about, especially that you have Saturn, that you have to be very careful and very discerning with a certain area pertaining to what you're beginning here. You don't want to be stuck with something here, right? Let's explore more, my dear Sagittarius. What advice here your spirit guides are trying to tell you with this new beginning? Because it's a big one. We have big energy. We're seeing that things are going to be absolutely great for you. And your spirit guides just want to put your attention to something so that it continues to go in the right way. So what is that warning? Something could be going great, just like a human body. It's a magnificent system that, heals itself by itself. It goes great, but sometimes when it's disrupted, then we fall ill. What am I seeing? You see a disruption in a certain balance, something going beautiful, and then we squeak and play in the system and it stops. So what am I seeing? Do you see here in your card, both lamps, one has a C and the other has an M. And this reminds me of come, an invitation to come to something. Who would be invited to go towards the light? In this case, I would say some flies, right? But sometimes it's dangerous because you know how sometimes some flies are invited to go towards the light or the fire and they burn, right? So not everything that shines and sparkles is necessary, right? Especially in the beginning. It could keep you stuck. Something that may look good on the outside might turn out to be the very same thing that hinders that amazing progress that you will be seeing over and over in that new journey that you're starting. So your spirit guides are telling you to not jump into something without properly studying it. So for example, let's say someone tells you, hey, you're doing great, I love what you're doing, let's just sign a contract together and we can be partners. And you're in the hype, you're like, yeah, let's do that. You sign a contract and then you realize it was the biggest mistake ever because you're doing all the work. They are the ones who are benefiting off of all of that, and you are, a huge cut is being taken off of you, and you're doing all the work and it's just not fair and you regret this deeply. So remember, Sagittarius, whatever it is, not everything that sparkles is right. And it's not wrong either. Here, in order not to get out of balance and keep yourself stuck regretting it later on, just make sure you're meticulous. Any great opportunity that sparkles during the month of November or maybe December, make sure you check it out. Please study it well. Don't jump right into it. We can get into the hype of all of these new beginnings. We're excited. We love what's going on for us. And we think that everything's going to be great. It will. But we also are responsible about taking a great look at everything. So yes, your spirit guides are telling you, in order not to get yourself into this hindrance, into something that may keep you stuck later on that you could regret, just study things well. Not everything that tells you to come. You see the Emperor's hands here as well. Come along. Don't innocently just go along with it. Make sure you take your time to study it. You see here that the chariot, this figure is taking their time to get into their chariot and, get up and moving. Study things well. You will have a lot of eyes on you because you have a key to something. You are going to do something boombastic, as they call it. So yeah, you're offering the tea here. Everyone's so curious about what you're going to be doing or presenting or working on. Yeah, people are loving it. They think you're creative, and you'll have a lot of people who want to take a piece of your pie. So be careful. Study it first. This does not mean that it's going to be bad, by the way. They're just putting you into the habit of checking things, because one of them may not turn out to be well. Always check what people are saying to you. Always check the authenticity of the offer being given to you. Research, check everything out. And then if it feels comfortable, if it fits your plans, everything, your rights are given, other people's rights are secured and yours as well, then maybe go along with it. It'll go exactly, it'll take you, I want to say elegantly, to that growth that you want, my dear Sagittarius. Also, by covering up here, I feel like don't be too open and reveal all of your information and all of what you're up to, because innocently you're excited and you want to move forward, but people or whatever this organization is or whatever this is may take advantage, take your ideas, steal them. They may not really be as good intentioned as you are. So don't reveal everything at first hand before you trust the party that you are dealing with. That's the strong part that we see in your reading here, my dear Sagittarius. Other than that, oh boy, you're starting something amazing by mid-November. And other than that, the reason this is all happening is because all eyes on you. Everyone thinks you're really amazing. You're presenting something brilliant, creative, intellectual. Is just amazing, and people are loving it. I really wonder what it is, my dear Sagittarius. Do you know about it already, or is it something that's going to be popping up in your mind perhaps by mid-November and you're going to jump straight into it? I don't know, but believe me, Sagittarius, it's going to be great. All right, let's see what else to expect by that time. Wow, you're starting your next spread with the Magician. You also have the 10 of Swords, and I love this 10 of Swords. They're throwing their past, burning it away, and they're rising like the phoenix. 10 of Swords could talk about past betrayals, past pains, things that used to hold you down. You're burning all of this pain and hurt in the past, and you're rising up very strong, moving forward. I see with the Magician 110, you could have already started this journey beginning of October, and now things are growing exponentially. You're rising very quickly. So many things are changing in your life. That could be the case for a lot of you. Ooh, you have the Emperor again. Isn't that wonderful? I feel like you're putting so many things together that people aren't expecting. You know how like a brilliant chef just knows the notes of the food. They've studied it and they know what goes with what, and they put together a marvelous meal that could be iconic, that everyone talks about. You have great taste. You're very creative, my dear Sagittarius, and your reading keeps talking about you bringing something magical into the world. You have the Hierophant here. Wow. You see a radio. You may be speaking, teaching. Could some of you be teaching about food? I don't know. Let's see. You have the 5 of Pentacles. You have the 2 of Swords. The Temperance card, that's the before tarot. The Temperance is about us filling their cup. The Page of Cups, something fell into your cup. Spiritually, it's a spiritual gift. You're meant to do this, obviously. You have, wow, sweetness. Isn't that sweet? Okay. You have, okay, obviously it's this one. Thank you very much. Main female, that keeps popping up. Okay. Yes, we saw a month, so let's pick that up and then take a tea leaf. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. And what is that? October. I told you something was in October here. So let's take a deeper look now at your reading. What is going on here, my dear Sagittarius? you're making an announcement that is very close to your heart. This is an announcement that is like a dream come true. Like you're announcing opening up your own thing, or that beginning that we saw in the first spread, or you are announcing that you've put something together that is creative. You're announcing that you're leaving. You're announcing something, right? You're announcing something by mid-November, and it has to do with difficulties that you used to have in the past. You've overcome these difficulties. For a lot of you, things started to look good by October, where you've officially closed an old chapter in your life and you're starting a new one, but it's physically manifesting and you're announcing it by mid-November. So maybe there was a lot of talks and preparations prior to that, and you wouldn't have believed or imagined in a million years that you would one day utter these words and make a grand announcement like that. With the Hierophant, this is like a key moment in your life. Like with the Hierophant, you could be committing to something big. And yeah, you can't believe as you're announcing that you are uttering these words, that you are saying, I'm doing this now. I'm starting this new world. I'm the emperor of this new thing in my life. Because just a couple of months ago, perhaps even 5, you couldn't imagine that this could be your world today. It's like if someone had told you a couple of months ago that this would be your announcement, you really would have felt like it's some sort of fairy tale. Like they're talking fairy tale words. It's not really true. And what you couldn't imagine have happened a couple of months ago, my dear Sagittarius, is your new reality today. You're getting ready to start this new journey. You're getting ready to find your balance somewhere else, maybe in this project. And although with the Two of Swords, you can't see ahead, you don't know how it's going to be like, you're in your feels, because the Temperance card has both their legs in water, as opposed to one with a regular weight smith. This is the before tarot. So something spiritually fell into your cup. It's a gift from the universe, and you're following your emotions. It feels so right with the Temperance card, and you're just preparing for it, and you're moving along blindly. You don't know how it's gonna go, but it feels so right. It feels like the universe gave it to you. Everything is working out, and you feel like you're being greatly taken care of in this next phase of your life. It's no longer a time where you're facing difficulties. It's now a time where you've put your past behind and things are moving slowly. You feel guided by angels. You feel like you're doing the right thing. You have that faith in your mind, and it's almost unbelievable. Believe me, Sagittarius, it's going to feel really unbelievable, like living a parallel world from the world you were in to be living that now. It feels more comfortable. It's helping you mentally and emotionally. You're feeling more grounded and balanced in your life. Certainly healing from past pains and things that didn't go right in your world. You're no longer feeling like you live in lack. So much so that when you're shifting to this new reality, this new beginning, you will realize as things are balancing out, especially with you mentally and health-wise, just how much you were suffering before. You know how when you are in a busy office maybe, or a busy room, or a big party, and the music is loud and everything is just stressful, or maybe you're in a loud city and everything is stressful. There are so many sounds and teet and horns, and it's just, and you got used to living like that. You almost cannot, you don't hear, the airplanes going past your buildings. You don't notice all these different sounds and smells and yada yada yada. And then when you shift to a new city and it's so calm so serene. The air is fresh. You notice your skin is getting maybe better by the day, or maybe your health is getting better by the day, or you start feeling, oh my God, the tranquility. I can't believe there was this background stress all along. You know, you're with this shift in reality, you don't just notice the big things that used to bother you, but now you're even noticing the small things that used to bother you. It's the same example when you move from maybe a busy office to doing your own thing. Whatever reality you're shifting to, you're really noticing all the things that you lacked, as opposed to what you're overfilled with now, my dear Sagittarius. And so by mid-November, moving on to the beginning of December, we see not just the announcement, but you moving to this new reality, adapting yourself to this new reality, feeling the blessing of this new reality. And my dear Sagittarius, it's a whole new chapter for you, where you are the hero of your story. You are the main person in the story. You're being greatly taken care of. You'll feel on top of the world. Literally, you'll feel on top of the world with this new chapter in your life. You're really gonna enjoy it. Oh, I feel so happy for you, my dear Sagittarius. May you always have a splendid life. May you have a life full of blessings. So happy that this is your new beginning. I'm not surprised, with the eclipse seasons behind us, it did talk about a new beginning, and a new beginning on steroids. You're starting that now and adjusting by the beginning of December. I wish you all the best of luck, my dear Sagittarius. Love you to the moon and back. So happy for you. And this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Very blessed to have you as soul family. You guys are wonderful people. And by the way, if you are interested in being organized and being productive during that new phase of your life, you want to start it off right, and you don't want productivity to stand in your way, but rather be your best friend. It's something that you enjoy. You may want to check out my productivity book, Sagittarius. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear Sagittarius, wishing you a wonderful life. Thank you for tuning in. So happy for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.